What's up guys, it's Consistency here, and today I'm going to be talking about which two teams I think will be on the top of the Premier League table by the end of the season, and at the end of the video I'm going to state which team I think will win it. So I have the two teams right here. I just have FIFA gameplay in the background, and yeah, the Premier League I believe will be going to Manchester this year. So it's going to be between Manchester City or Manchester United. So I'm just going to talk about my reasons why I believe one of these two teams will win the league, and why I think they'll surpass all the other teams and be on top of the table by the end of the season. So let's get right into it. Okay, the first team I'm going to talk about is Manchester City. So first of all, they signed the new manager, Pep Guardiola, from Bayern Munich. So everyone knows Pep. He's won the league multiple times with Barcelona in Spain, and he's also won the league multiple times with Bayern Munich in Germany. He's also won the domestic cups, and he's won the Champions League with Barcelona. So he's pretty successful, and it just goes to show how good a manager he is and how much he gets the best out of all the players he uses. You can make the argument that he did manage top teams, and that they probably would have been just as successful if they just got a good manager, because they are the two of the best teams in their countries. But he has to be a good manager to keep the team at that level and to make sure they stay on top. So he's still a good manager, and he's a pretty good signing for Manchester City. Also, Manchester City is a top team in England, so he's going to another top team where he can probably make them win the league, or at least stay in the top two, like I'm saying in this video. Okay, my second reason for Manchester City to win the league is they've signed new players, hence Guardiola moving over and signing new players to fix the team's problems. So the first one I'm going to talk about is Nolito. So Nolito is a good attacking player. He really likes to stay out wide and beat the defensive line. He likes to take on defenders, and he can score goals from outside the box. So I think he's going to be a big help to Manchester City this year. Also because Pep Guardiola, like we've seen in Bayern and Barcelona, he likes to have just straight up wingers that like to stay wide and keep that attacking presence. And it's basically icing on a cake when those wingers have lots of skill, lots of tricks, and really challenge defenders and force defenders to make mistakes or make bad tackles. So yeah, I think Nolito is going to really help the team out that way. So Man City also signed John Stones. So I think he's a great defensive player. I think he's going to fix their defensive problems that they've had, because his company's been getting injured a lot. He hasn't been able to play even in the Euros. So, and I don't think he played in the Champions League semi-final against Real Madrid. I don't know for sure, but I think that was the case. So yeah, he's seeming to be pretty injury prone right now. So they do need a good defender who's experienced in the Premier League to really fill that void, and who can play out from the back that Guardiola really likes to see from his players. So yeah, I think John Stones is a good signing, and I think it's a better alternative to having Mangala when Company's injured. And I'd really like to see when Company, or if he comes back, who's gonna be benched after that? Will Guardiola go with Otamendi and Stones, or not Otamendi and Stones? Will he go for Company and Stones, or will he go for Company and Otamendi? Personally, I think I'd go with Company and Stones, because Stones is more experienced in the Premier League than Otamendi is. Because Otamendi seemed a bit shaky last season. He's still a good player, but I think he's I think Stones is just more reliable, like in the Premier League, because he's used to it and he's played there longer. So yeah. So the next signing I'm going to talk about is İlkay Gündoğan. So he's a great midfielder. They just signed him from Dortmund. The only problem right now is that he's injured, and he's injury prone. Like he got injured quite a lot while he was in Dortmund. Like I'm pretty sure he missed the World Cup. I don't know for sure, but I'm pretty sure he might have missed the World Cup because he was injured. And I know for sure that like he missed the Euros because he was injured during that time. So he's a very injury prone player. He's a great player, and he's gonna help with Pep Guardiola's like possession play, because I know he needs more players that can do that. And especially while Yaya Toure is getting older, so he probably wants like younger players who are just great with possession, great on the ball, and who can kind of dominate the play. So I think Gundogan's a good signing. The only problem with him is that he's injury prone, and he just might not be able to be there every time City needs him. So I think he's a good signing, and I think as long as he's fit, he can help them um, get top place in the league. But even if he's not there, they can still do it because they're doing good so far right now. Okay, the last one I'm going to talk about is Leroy Sané. So he's another player from the Bundesliga, and he's also German. So he's a good player. I've seen him play for Germany, I think once. So he's a pretty good attacker. He's very confident on the ball, and yeah, I think he's going to be a good player for Man City because he's really going to provide that width and that space out wide for Manchester City when they attack. And I think he's really going to help with like Pep Guardiola's style of play. So he really builds like strong wingers. So like you've seen like Messi, Robin, and even like Neymar. So yeah, I think he's a good signing for them. And once he's back from his injury, he can really be effective. So those are my reasons why I think Manchester City will be one of the 2 teams that will win the Premier League this season. So they have a new manager who's been very successful at other clubs, and they've got good players, not world-class players, but they've got good players to build like extra solidarity in their team to make sure their squad has more depth. And yeah, so this video is turning out longer than I expected it, so I'm gonna just make the part 2 to this. I'm gonna keep making it, and I'll upload it soon after, so just look out for that. So thanks for watching.